Let's begin, shall we?
Wake the f up, samurai! We have a city to burn. Okay, so first of all, you guys will have to forgive me because I'm not meant to be doing streams like this. I'm meant to be playing fucking dress up in my room, playing video games, okay? I did not want to have to do like a stream like this. Like, it feels like I'm doing like a fucking press conference or something. But first of all, hope you guys are all feeling okay. Sorry you had to see that. You know what I'm supposed to be doing right now, actually? I'm supposed to be going over my run-up show for my TwitchCon show, which I am still doing, by the way, because of all the work that the production staff and the cosplayers in it put into it. It's not their fault that happened. I'm still gonna do it, but yeah, I don't even know where to fucking start. I don't know if you guys can see this. I wrote fucking notes for this because there's so much stuff that I feel like needs to be talked about, which is also why I was very aggressive in my tweet earlier today, which is, I mean, you guys know me, I am never like that, but I just feel like, in a way, it's my responsibility, you know what I mean? Because it's not just about me, like, this could have happened to anyone. Honestly, for all we know, this could have already happened to someone, a small streamer, and someone just wasn't filming it. Which, okay, I'll just start this by saying, shout out to the guy who filmed it and put it on Twitter, because last night after this happened, I was thinking, like, fuck, like, I have to talk about this. Like, people need to know that this happened. Like, how am I gonna do that? And then someone happened to post it on.
This is why I always say, chat, even if you can't physically intervene, for whatever particular reason, always take out your phone and record. Like, and this applies everywhere. If you think that, like, cops are stopping someone wrongfully, record it. If you see, like, ICE Gestapo pulling someone off the street, record it. Like, there is no cost to you at all. And worst case scenario, recording didn't do anything, and now you just have this random recording. And best case scenario, you're helping someone build a case against assault, or for their safety or for their security. So absolutely, absolutely. Even if, like, you, for whatever reason, maybe you deal with some chronic illness, maybe you're disabled, whatever particular reason, maybe you just aren't in a position where you can get physically involved. Like, if you currently only have, like, a green card or a visa when you're in the US and you want to record an ICE agent, absolutely 100% you should record. You should. And in this one as well, like, it just so happened that that person was recording, thankfully. But it, like, if she wants to press charges against this guy, it's going to be 10 times easier to press charges against him because now she has this recording that she can use against him in a court, that she can help get, like, a protective order of some kind or whatever. So absolutely 100%. Even if you can't physically get involved, you absolutely 100% should record. Absolutely. I'm a mail carrier, and there was one time cops pulled some dude over. I don't know what the exact reason is, but they eventually had 4 to 5 cars surrounded him and they had weapons drawn. I'm like, oh, okay, record. It's always the right decision. Always the right decision. Posted 2 dash cam on local FP groups. Dudes racing with their plates up. Later, someone DM'd me saying it was their baby daddy racing. Their kid was in the car and they used it as evidence in court, even though everyone dunked on me in the Facebook group saying I was jealous. It helps. Absolutely, 100%. So I'm very happy for her that did get recorded, because it sucks that, like, you know, that moment is now forever engraved in internet history, but also it absolutely will help cement the fact that Twitch needed to take this more seriously, and that she can press charges if she wants to. Because that was there's no universe where what he did was an assault. That was 100% assault. There's no question about it. Especially in California, 100% assault. So, yeah.
Twitter. So thank fucking God I didn't have to figure that out myself. Which, okay, like I said, this is gonna be a mess because I'm not meant to be doing these kinds of streams. I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral. And even after the fact that that clip was posted and going viral, as far as I know, the other people who had meet and greets today were not reached out to ask if they wanted extra security or if they even wanted to cancel their meet and greet. Like, maybe some people were, but I know for a fact Extra Emily wasn't. My personal manager made sure that she had extra security. No one reached out to her. Don't know about everyone, but I know that for a fact. Okay, so let's just start from the beginning, because I want to be able to run through everything before the show starts. The show starts in a fucking hour. Okay, my notes are a fucking mess. It looks like a schizo board. But yeah, again, thank you to the guy that put it on Twitter. Thank you to the people that talked about it, because otherwise, I don't know if anything would have been done or would have been taken seriously. Straight up. So I'm just gonna go through, from my perspective, what happened, what I saw, the order of events. So I was doing my meet and greet, and I've seen people saying that it was an obligation given to me, like to be a featured creator and to have my show, I had to do a meet and greet, which is true. I was told that I had to do a meet and greet, but as far as I know, there's some people that canceled. Regardless, I didn't cancel. I thought it was going to be fine. So I show up at 4, I'm doing my meet and greet. This happened about 30 minutes into my meet and greet, so I was probably only like 20 to 30% done with my meet and greet. I was just taking a picture with someone else, like completely normal, nice guy. And then I see out of the corner of my eye, there's a guy walking around the side of the meet and greet, and he crosses in front of the meet and greet of the person to the left of me, which is a VTuber. So he's able to walk up and in front of another streamer's meet and greet, and then he walks up to me, and he's like walking with a purpose, you know what I mean? And he grabs me, but I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, but in my head, I'm like, it seems like he's supposed to be here, and then he leans in like he's gonna tell me something. So in my head, I'm like, maybe it's like TwitchCon staff like coming to let me know something, because like sometimes it'll.
Even if it wasn't Twitch staff, it also could have easily been like a friend of a friend. Because I've had that happen to me where someone I don't know is like, hey, this person told me to tell you blah, 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 blah. So
happen where you're at an event and someone will like come up to like let you know something, you know what I mean?
Come to TwitchCon. We will celebrate your community by cutting costs and putting you into avoidable situations that result in assault and trauma. Yippee!
But I'm still like freaked out because he grabbed me. That's not normal. And then he grabs my face and he leans in and lips puckered, tries to kiss me. And I start screaming. You can't hear it in the clip, but I'm fucking screaming my head off. And then my security, Twitch's security is like, no.
Which is probably why the security didn't intervene. Because like one thing that she clarified yesterday was that the security that did intervene was actually not Twitch's security. It was her own security. It was just not her preferred security guard that she, like the bodyguard that she particularly prefers. Because the one that she does prefer actually does stop people. And he was, for anyone who missed it yesterday, what was I saying? Oh, he had detained someone or like held someone or restrained someone who was a longtime stalker of Emiru's. So Twitch banned him from the event because he actually did his job as security.
Nowhere near me, nowhere to be found. I can see them, but they don't do anything. My security jumps up and shoves the guy away from me and is like, get the fuck out of here. And he's allowed to walk away and leave. Yeah, so then after this point, I did not see a lot of what happened here. This is just based off what people in the line told me. My friend Bonnie, who was there, told me, and Melissa, my manager, told me. So the woman who moved me away from the meet and greet was my personal manager. That was not Twitch staff. No one in Twitch staff came up to me to like see what was going on. My manager and Bonnie moved me to the back, and they're like hugging me and being like, do you want to finish your meet and greet, basically? And I was back there for like a minute, and I was like, you know what, like I want to finish it because like of all these people here that, you know, they're just nice, normal people. And I go back out there
and like also I think I saw somewhere, maybe she'll confirm it in this, or maybe I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that the dude that showed up wasn't even like, if you wanted to go to Emiru's meet and greet, you had to have like RSVP'd beforehand to go to it. So the guy who walked up to her and assaulted her wasn't even on that list. Like, it was just some random ass fucking guy that shouldn't even have been able to, he shouldn't have even been able to walk up that close to begin with. Because it would almost be like, oh, damn, like, I don't know what Twitch could have done better if, like, he had RSVP'd and it was literally he had waited in line that whole time. And then that's what he did when he got there. But he was literally just like, he literally just showed up. Didn't you say he cut through somebody else's meet and greet? Yeah, that's what I saw. Multiple layers of failure. I mean, like, there was that clip on Julia Kin's stream. Love Julia, friend of the show. But she, and obviously she's like a streamer. She's streams in Austin. Is friends with a lot of the Austin crowd streamers, is friends with S-Fan. But the fact that she could just like tell people, like Twitch staff, like, yeah, I'm with S-Fan, don't worry about it. And that they just like, like 3 of them just walked through security and security just like didn't stop any of them. Like, obviously in that case, you know, they actually are friends. That's why when S-Fan saw them, he was like, yeah, come on, it's all good. But like, that shouldn't be the standard. The standard should be, whoa, 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 wait right here, stop. Please do not move, please. We're gonna ask the security that's over there by S-Fan just to confirm what are your names. Okay, 1 second. Hey, there's 3 people here to see S-Fan. One of them goes by Julia, one of them goes blah. Yeah, they're good to go. Okay, great. Okay, you guys can go. Like, that does not take a lot of effort. That's not that much work. Because I get it, like, sometimes, obviously, streamers are gonna, like, it doesn't make sense to be like, excuse me, Caroline Kwan, you cannot go help Will Neff with his meet and greet. We don't have you on the list. It's like, I'm literally, like, listen, I know that he's dating Austin, but I'm literally his girlfriend, so can you please let me through? Like, obviously, there's lots of people that, like, it makes sense that they would cut in line, but you should at least, like, no, there's no budget for a fucking walkie-talkie. There's no, they couldn't like afford a little bit of budget for walkie-talkies just so that someone can ask someone else, hey, is this person allowed to be here? This is their name? Okay, great. So much footage of the badges too. Even just doing a visual check of the badge is going to be insufficient. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. It's like, from my understanding, they've actually gotten a lot better with regards to like the badges and like the bracelets that like the partner party, I think when I went last year, there's like a little QR code and they have to scan it and then they had you confirm with your ID to go. Like that wouldn't be that much, that it would not be that difficult. Because with the meet and greet, it's so up close and personal. Like, don't you want creators to be safe? Don't you want your creators to feel comfortable doing meet and greets when people are going to be right next to them? Don't you want them to not be worried that some random stranger is going to walk up to them? It sucks because it's like, I want to be as like fair as possible, both to Twitch and to Emiru and to everyone that's involved. And I want to take everyone's safety seriously because I like that's terrifying. Like the idea of that happening to me is terrifying. Just like the idea of it happening to anyone should be terrifying. But I think a big problem with regard to Twitch is that Twitch wasn't always this like big like celebrity world. If that makes sense. Like, I feel like I remember TwitchCon when the celebrities at TwitchCon didn't need a lot of security. And by didn't need, I mean, like, they weren't, like, getting swarmed at conventions. Like, the size of, like, Kai Cenat today compared to, like, the biggest streamer on Twitch, like, a decade ago is insane. Like, we've really jumped. And, like, there are Twitch celebrities that are bigger than real celebrities. Like, there are Twitch celebrities that will get stopped in the street way more often than like actual like B-list stars or whatever. Like low-key, I feel like Willem Dafoe doesn't even need any security because I feel like most people that see him, they're like, that's just some guy. Like that one interview of the guy that's talking to Willem Dafoe and he's like, so what do you do? And he's like, I'm an actor. He's like, oh, what do you? And they're just like talking. It's like, yeah, what the fuck is happening on my screen? So I do think that like, I think between the parasociality and the fact that Twitch has like exploded, the celebrities on Twitch, and I'm using it in like sort of quotes, dude, like you really need to go to therapy for your obsession with Hassan. No one is talking about Hassan. We are talking about Emiru, and you are so obsessed with Hassan, you feel the need to talk about him. Like, go get therapy. You should not be thinking about another man this often unless you are thinking about Austin. Like, please. Like, I don't even like. I also don't know why people say this to me as like an insult. Like I literally call myself a dumb bitch. Do you think I'm gonna get offended that someone calls me a dog? I literally call myself a dumb bitch. Come up with an insult that at least is... Insults are supposed to hurt someone's feelings. If I feel nothing, you failed. You're getting outdone by 12-year-old girls who bullied me in middle school. I'm thinking about you, Patty. I'm thinking about you, Liz. Okay? Like, it's pathetic. It's really pathetic. Please, get better insults. All right. Continuing.
Still, there's no one from Twitch there, and the poor guy that I was taking the picture with originally, he's like fucking mortified, and he's like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
And
I feel so bad. I saw people being like, I can't believe the other fan didn't step in. It's like, bro, if I was a random fan meeting like a creator that I really liked and respected, and then some other random person walked up, I'd be like, is this supposed to happen? That, like, first of all, that guy's literally, he's not supposed to be security. He's there for fun. He's probably, if you've ever been to a meet and greet, or if you've ever met creators that you're like a fan of, you're already so nervous, you're like barely thinking. He just looked like shook. He was like, oh, I guess and then by then it's like, he just stepped in. The security guard just stepped in, so. That guy just like literally was not realizing what happened until after it was already over.
again, no one from Twitch there. I say to this guy, I'm like, I'm sorry you had to see that, and he's like, no, like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Why am I having to tell the TwitchCon attendees and my fans, sorry you had to see that, and not like someone from Twitch or Twitch security? Anyway, so I didn't see this. This is just what my friend and my manager were telling me. The Twitch security like kind of like got together after that and we were like, wait, what happened? Oh, I didn't even see what happened, haha, and just like started talking about something else. So it's like, okay, and then that's the events of what happened, just to like line all that up. But I didn't talk at all about the aftermath of all of this at all, and I don't think anyone knows this, save for like maybe some streamers that I'm friends with that came to spend time with me or that I talked to last night. Whew, okay. So I finished the meet and greet, and I was escorted back to my hotel by my one security guard. Oh, and also, by the way, I've seen clips, people bringing up clips of me talking about how my previous favorite security guard was permabanned from TwitchCon because at a previous TwitchCon 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, there was a stalker and he held him by the arm until police got there. And because of that, he was indefinitely banned from TwitchCon, like from all of TwitchCon, not just the venue, because that was in Las Vegas.
And like I said yesterday, I brought up like Jack Doherty, which there's a new clip from Peach Stars calling him a homophobe. That's amazing that I do want to watch because it's great Sunday fun day content because fuck that guy. But like if Emiru's bodyguard had done what Jack Doherty's bodyguard had done, I would understand Twitch being like, I'm sorry, we can't have someone like this. You have to get new security. Like that's not, that's not going to work for us. But that's not what happened. Like if the security guard is holding you by the arm because you're fucking harassing and following and stalking the person that they're supposed to protect, like you're not being harmed. You're the person instigating by following this person. I think that that's a very reasonable response from a security guard to be like, I'm going to either need you to fucking leave or you're going to stay right here until we can call some authorities. Like that's a very reasonable response from a security guard, I feel like. What's the lore on Doherty's security guard? There's a really good video from Jay Aubrey on it. I'll just pull it up really quickly. But
the police got there.
So this is like I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken, maybe like someone else can clarify or confirm or whatever, maybe someone who's worked in security. I feel like that's a reasonable response, that your security guard holds or like restrains the person by holding them by the arm until the police show up because they've been fucking stalking you.
Because at a previous TwitchCon 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, there was a stalker and he held him by the arm until police got there. And because of that, he was indefinitely banned from TwitchCon, like from all of TwitchCon, not just the venue, because that was in Las Vegas. Anyway.
Which is like actually insane. And I'm comparing it to like this guy. Like I would understand TwitchCon being like, sorry, you can't allow, we can't allow this guy to show up. So this is like some piece of shit kick streamer, Jack Doherty, and his security, he instigated like an argument with some other creator at some like, I think like Halloween party or something by calling his girlfriend like a whore or something. And the other guy's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Can you apologize? It's like, it's really, no one needs to step in. Security does not need to step in. Not to mention that he's the one that instigated it to begin with. And this guy's security guard literally fucking full strength decks this guy who was not a threat.
She doesn't want to talk to Jack. Completely valid, by the way. There are an infinite number of reasons not to be associated with this guy.
Just because I'm at a party and I don't want to talk to you, you say that
No.
OnlyFans.
That's not what it was.
That's literally what it was.
Okay, wait.
I literally got sent a clip in the middle of a party.
Oh, really?
I just like, I'm at a party.
Tell me your clippers.
No, like, I'm at a party. I don't want to be on stream.
But in the midst of this chaos is when Kane finally, and for no reason, with no warning whatsoever, decks Chase in the face and lays him out flat on the concrete. I can't show you the uncensored clip, of course, but all you need to know is that the dude did nothing to provoke anyone. He did nothing. Plus, Kane
This shot is like crazy.
is about 3 times the size of Chase anyway. There would be no reason to use all of his force to knock this guy to the ground, even if he had initiated. But he didn't, and if you didn't know, that is assault. But Kane should be well aware of that. This isn't the first time he's beaten someone up for no reason. Once knocking a woman unconscious when he was working as security for a DaBaby in 2019. Though if you ask him, he was only doing his job. After all, he thought she was a man, so I guess that would have made it totally fine. I mean, just earlier that year, a 22-year-old fan was reportedly only trying to get a picture with DaBaby when he was beaten senseless by Kane and other members of security to the point where he ended up in a coma and almost died, according to the family. It resulted in DaBaby getting sued. So with all of that in mind, I have no idea why Jack would hire Kane to work with him when he's proved himself to be such a massive
Like, I would understand Twitch telling this guy, you can't get this guy for security. I'm sorry, we don't want your security to be beating people senseless almost into fucking comas. But in the case of like Emiru's bodyguard, that's not what he was doing. Emiru's bodyguard was like, or like her security, like held this guy by the shoulder, by the arm, because he was fucking stalking her for how many years or whatever. Like that's, I get TwitchCon having some rules, and I get TwitchCon being like, hey, we still need to vet these people. We need to make sure that you're not bringing like any type of psychopath as your security guard. We need to make sure that they're like reasonable and they're like somewhat trained and they're not going to assault random people for no reason, just for fun, for content or whatever. But like,
Just a side note. Okay, man, I wrote down a lot of shit here. Okay, can I just also say, what you guys are seeing here is character development. I've always been the person who never says shit. Like, I just want everyone to have fun and for things to go well. Why am I the person who has to do this? So anyway, after I'm escorted back to my hotel, I let some of my friends know. They come to my hotel to see me and spend time with me, like make sure I'm okay and everything. And then my manager's letting me know. She says, okay, my manager, I've contacted the police. They're gonna come talk to you about pressing charges, etc. They're trying to find the guy. They haven't found him. I'm like, what? Anyway, so at some point while I'm with my friends, a police officer comes and talks to me, interviews my manager, talks to my Twitch partner manager, who, by the way, she's so sweet. Like, she didn't do anything wrong here. All of that happens, and then I'm complaining to my friends. I'm like, the fuck do I do here, guys? Like, I have to talk about this, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, like, don't worry about that right now. And then suddenly Wake's like, wait, why is my Discord saying hope Emmy's okay? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I guess the clip got posted. Again, thank God someone was filming, because otherwise I don't think Twitch would have said anything. So after that, I start getting a lot of messages. I'm responding to people, and my manager comes back to me and she's upset. She's like, okay, I've been talking to Twitch people and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days. What? And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they changed it to indefinite Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are,
Not me getting a Twitch notification from TwitchCon saying, Day 3, welcome in, chat. Oh, no.
the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch. Also, later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it, but I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying. Okay. Oh, also another detail. Sorry, my lines are all crazy here.
You gonna watch the Taylor Lorenz interview? Maybe.
My Twitch didn't approach my manager to talk to their head of security.
Has Denims gone to the convention? I mean, I've been to like the past 4 or 5. I didn't go to this one because I was like, the vibes are off for this one. I don't want to go. Because I had gotten my hotel stay in like June or like something, maybe July. But when it hit October, I was like, the vibes are just off. I don't want to go. Actually, I don't want to go.
Security. It took them 2 hours to approach her to talk about what happened. And by then, she had already talked to police and called a lawyer on her own. My manager, Melissa. And they showed her a photo of the guy that I believe a fan took, by the way. A fan took a photo of him, not one of their security guards. They're like, oh yeah, here's his photo. We're like gonna find him. He still had his badge and his wristband and everything, the guy. So yeah, I really feel like a lot of this process wouldn't have happened if it weren't for my manager advocating for me so hard. Which again, here, I'll get to that later. I'll keep going here. So they also showed my manager some security footage of the area, and the guy was he was waiting for there to be a gap in security, and there was. He was able to walk through the side, not through like the 2 lanes of meet and greet people who had signed up and been like background checked for my meet and greet. So he was able to just walk through because there just wasn't like consistent security there. Oh my gosh. And then, so yeah, that's basically...
Didn't some streamers seriously damage their back at TwitchCon recently due to negligence? Shouldn't that be a red flag? Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any of the information related to that case. Adriana Chechnik, I think it was her name, and she like jumped in like a foam pit, and it was like a concrete bottom. Like, the foam pit wasn't deep enough, and at the bottom of the foam pit was just fucking concrete. It wasn't even like a strip of foam at the end. And she like permanently damaged her spine. And I know she sued, I think was it Lenovo? I don't want to be mistaken. But there was whoever was running the foam pit, and I believe she sued them and Twitch, but I think that everything was settled privately, so it was all the case ended in a settlement, so we don't know the details of what happened. I think so. Lenovo sounds good. I think it was Lenovo, but I could be mistaken. But and I believe she sued both Lenovo and Twitch. But again, we don't know what ended up playing out and how it played out because it ended in a settlement, and we don't know anything about what that looks like because probably there's some NDAs and it was all private. And it's totally plausible that even if Twitch didn't... So this is the problem with like assuming that Twitch has or doesn't have liability in one area or another area. It's totally plausible that Twitch pays out because they want the problem to go away, not because they have any liability, right? So in the same sort of vein, I would caution against saying that like, oh, well, Twitch can't allow people security because it's got to be a liability issue, or Twitch should have stepped in to do this and this and this for liability issues. It's like, you don't know what these contracts look like and what security contracts look like. So there's no way of knowing for sure where the liability would fall. And realistically, all of these things would be settled out of court. Like, we would never see what that looks like.
My day yesterday, and then today, this morning, I was told that Amazon flew in their global head of something to redesign the whole process and security of the con for the rest of the convention. Oh. Why wasn't there someone like that here already? Or like they didn't do that beforehand? Like, hello? I'm sorry. So yeah, I guess they know that they fucked up really bad if they're flying in their Amazon's global head. And also, I want to make
Last year, kick streamers got in and assaulted Wake Wilder and NMP outside of the convention. Photograph were stalked. Then, of course, harassment. You guys received irony of Twitch saying it'd be safe this year, and then this happened. Like I said, you know, I think the problem is that Twitch is still living in like 2017, back before the creators on this platform were so big that they became mega celebrities and had this much attention. And so it just sucks because this was the 1 year that Twitch needed to not fuck up on security. Like they needed to not fuck up on security really bad because so many people had voiced concerns about security and so many people said that they were canceling, they weren't going to go. Like there are like make or break moments. There are like clutch moments. I'm sorry to be a gamer, but you know how like in Valorant when it's just like the 1v1 and you got to clutch it out and it's the last round. You have to clutch it. This is where they were at. I think Pokey said she wasn't going to go. I know Valkyrie and Cutie said they were not going to go. I know Hassan said he's not going to go. And a bunch of other people said that they weren't going to go because of safety concerns. Safety concerns. Like this was the critical moment for Twitch to clutch it. Like the alternate universe where Twitch's security like detains this guy and finds that he has like some weapon or something. And then they stop him. And they say like, hey, he was about to do this or whatever. Or like he approaches and he immediately gets tackled or something and gets detained. That was like the make or break moment for Twitch. And that they could have like really undone some of the negative perception about safety at TwitchCon. And then they fucked it up. And they just like totally fucked. They like literally, they fumbled so hard and they totally choked. And now it confirmed everyone's suspicions that the event wouldn't be safe. Like this is the one instance that they needed desperately to not fuck up. And then now the trust is broken. Yeah.
Clear so that people understand this. I am so lucky and privileged.
I hear a lot of people talking about safety issues for TwitchCon. Sounds like Dan needs to sit down all of his people and fire the ones that didn't do their job. Also be working with San Diego Police Department security because of all the... Well, I don't know whether or not Twitch could even really pull official authorities for something like this, right? But the fact that they don't have security on hand that's like actually detaining these people, like that guy should have been detained. That guy should have been, you know, sat down so that the authorities could come so that they could be like, hey, Emiru, obviously this is your decision. We have him detained in the back because he clearly assaulted you. We have it on footage, which is another thing. All of the meet and greets should be recorded. Like they should be recorded and then sent to the streamer or just like deleted or whatever. But every single one of those meet and greets, any instance where like a streamer, why is Wormy just sitting in the other room meowing? I don't know if you guys can hear her. Yeah, it should be basic protocol that if someone like that even does something, because here's the thing, it's like there are a million different things that could have happened differently that would have salvaged this situation. So like, let's say they told Emiru, okay, you're going to hire your own security. That means we're not going to afford you any security. Is that going to be okay? That means your security is going to be in charge of taking care of you. And we don't want our security to be stepping on your security's toes. So just as a general rule, either you hire your own or we have our security protect you. That's the most we can do. Obviously, we'll have our security around the meet and greet area in general. Because like the meet and greet is not just Emiru. There's a lot of creators. But, you know, we'll have like security outside of like the meet and greet zone for sure. But if you're forfeiting our security if you hire your own. Just because, again, we don't want to deal with some messy territory. Is that going to be cool with you? Great. Okay. But let's say that happened and then everything happened exactly the same way because that was her security. So this guy gets in really close. Her security steps in. Twitch could have easily salvaged their image immediately if they had said, hey, we detained him immediately. We spoke to Emiru immediately. We told her, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to press charges? We called the police. We have everything on footage. It's completely up to you. Obviously, we're sorry that we couldn't step in. You said that you wanted to hire security, so we didn't offer you additional security, as is just general protocol, because we don't want, you know, security stepping on each other's toes. And so we apologize for the uncomfortable situation. Obviously, in the future, if you would prefer our security, we would be happy to do that instead. But we do have him detained. He's going to be permanently banned, obviously, from TwitchCon and from Twitch. If you would like us to release him because you don't want to press charges, we can do that. But he's sitting in the back. Up to you. Just give us a decision within like the next 30 minutes or so that we can figure out, because we can't just hold him here forever. If they had done that immediately, like just immediately had done that, I think a lot of Twitch viewers would have been like, okay, that sucks that like they didn't step in to prevent him, but I guess it makes sense. She had her own security. It's thankfully like they held him there, and then they asked her and they tried to communicate with her because they care about the creators and what they want. Like that, I think if they had done that, everyone would have forgiven Twitch. Everyone would have been like, damn, okay. Yeah, I don't know what else they were supposed to do. If they had just done that, just that one little detail of just detaining him, the bare minimum, you mean? I mean, again, it's like, serious question. How do you rebuild trust on a personal level and big org level like this? I don't even know what Twitch would have to do to like fix this shit show. They handled literally everything in the wrong way. I literally have no idea what they... okay, wait. There is one thing that they can do. There's one thing they can do. They can make the... this is going to sound really mean. They can make the event fun. People will ignore safety concerns if an event is fun enough. The problem is that TwitchCon currently is not fun enough to warrant the concern. It's kind of like when you go to like that really dank hole in the wall, and you every time you walk in, you see the B health rating score, and you're like, but you're like, you got to risk it for the biscuit, you know, man, because the biscuits are fire. And you're like, I don't know. I know that any restaurant that has like a B score can't be safe. Like they're definitely doing some fuck shit back there. But whatever they're cooking up, dude, I don't know. Maybe the rat's adding some flavor. Maybe Ratatouille back there juicing. Maybe Remy knows what he's doing. I don't know. In the same sort of vein, the only way that they can salvage this, and I genuinely think this, the only way that they can salvage this, the only way people are going to forego their own safety is if an event is fun enough. And unfortunately, and I feel really bad saying this because I really love Twitch. Like, I love what Twitch stands for, right? But like the TwitchCon is just like not fun enough. There's not enough there to do, and there's not enough fun stuff there to warrant the lack of, to warrant going, basically, given the safety, right? The sketch-ass adventure park that has the best ride, but you definitely can fall out of them if you don't watch yourself. Yeah, exactly. Like, I do think that like some people, I think most people are down as long as something is fun enough, but it's like, it's not. It's literally, it's not. The cons outweigh the pros here. Okay.
Okay. Do you know how much I spent on security to be able to come to this event in the first place?
Wait, sorry, really quickly, I do want to address something. Sorry if you address this. The fact that event security and personal bodyguards can't hold a person that commits a crime is fucking awful. It's fucked up that they can't. Only police can physically detain. Yes, but in the same way that like, I don't know what's wrong with these chatters. Like, I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with these people. Like seek help, dude. Sorry, just chatter saying one of her simps got fooled into thinking she is his boyfriend. She needs to go to a rape crisis center and make some money from even more depressed people next. Like, literally go to therapy, dude. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Like, again, literally go to fucking therapy. Sorry, let me clarify. You know how a Walmart or like Walgreens or like Targets or whatever will have security, and if they catch you shoplifting, they will physically detain you? It's because the company is protecting those people. Those people are operating on behalf of the company, and they are working within the company rules. So the only thing that's taking the liability is the company, not the people. You're hired to do a job. You're following the job. You're well within the realms of the job. The job is telling, like, your role as a security for like that specific company is to detain anyone who you think is like shoplifting or trying to run away or whatever the case. But you're not personally holding that liability. You're within the confines of that work, right? In the same sort of vein, yeah, Twitch's security, like the individual people might not. Now, I see a lot of people talking about citizen's arrest. I don't even want to get into that. If there's like a stalker that's showing up and physically assaulting people and Twitch detains him, and we have footage of this because, again, all of these meet and greets should be recorded to begin with. It's literally the live streaming platform, and you couldn't even set up some fucking cameras. Sorry to be so blunt. Twitch would be withholding the liability, and it's worth it to protect their brand image. The money that they would spend if that person wanted to sue Twitch and be like, actually, I was well within my right, and Twitch mistreated me, and they didn't have the right to restrain me, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Twitch, in the long run, it's better to make people feel safe and want to go to their event and want to buy tickets to go to their event and support the platform because they don't have any negative PR with regard to safety at their convention, it's worth it for them to tank anyone who tries to sue Twitch because they feel like they were wrongfully detained, right? You're joking, Mario Link. Can you please link? Do you have the link to this? Okay. Cameras offer some prevention. Also, that's not to mention the fact that, like, if it's within the contractual obligations of Twitch to protect their streamers from people that are, like, trying to assault them, and we have footage of this guy literally assaulting her, then they had the, not like the right, not like the legal right, to be clear, but they're not on shaky ground anymore in the way that they can say, hey, well, we had to make sure that this person couldn't re-enter because we didn't know what he would do in the future. It was the reasonable thing for us to do to, you know, take him to the back and hold him there until police came. So that's the only thing I'm talking about, if that makes sense.
Like, but I'm not just talking about yesterday, I'm talking about my security for, like, my RV trip that I did with my friends and stuff. I spent over $10,000. Some people who stream on Twitch don't even make $10,000 in a year. What the fuck are they supposed
10K on her RV trip? I don't know how long that was.
to do? Like, if you watch the clip, the security guard who pushes the guy away is my security. The woman who pulls me to the back, my manager. If you're a small streamer and you don't have those resources, or someone in your line's not filming, what the fuck do you do? No one would have known. Like, it's actually fucking insane. Like, I'm genuinely angry. Like, I am not an angry person. Like, it's just ridiculous. And, like, honestly, I genuinely think there have been other people who have been sexually assaulted, groped, like, who fucking knows, worse, at these conventions, and just nobody knows. Because, like I said, they didn't post any kind of announcement, weren't letting other streamers with similar events as me, similar meet and greets, know, until there was, like, a viral clip. And by the way, they can't even mention my name in it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And, okay, hold on. Let me pull up what they wrote, because that was another thing that was crazy to wake up to. All right, let me read this. The safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply unsettling. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement event security were on site. That's a lie. That's literally a lie. And responded to the incident. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises, and they're banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. Okay, like, no one cares about online. We are coordinating with the impacted creators team, that's true, and per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. We've increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point, and we'll have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you've RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please note that we're unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. You know why they said that? They only thought about that because of Melissa, my manager. She said, were you vetting people coming through the line? They said, oh yeah.
I don't understand why there's so many people that are being, like, weird about this. Like, I don't understand. Like, you don't even have to like Emiru to recognize that Twitch fucked up and they should have better security. I don't understand why this is, like, difficult to register. I genuinely don't understand.
Everyone had to sign up, and they get background checks, but they're allowed to bring a +1. Well, are their +1s background checked? No. Melissa was like, okay, guys, Twitch has a zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community. Yeah, I don't even know, like, I'm just tired, guys, like, I'm just so tired of, I've just had so many things happen, and, like, you know, stuff just happens, like, especially when you're, like, a creator, or, like, a girl creator.
Yeah, background check, but bring whoever, lol. I mean, Twitch should just have the policy be, hey, whatever you're comfortable with. If you want us to background check everyone, we'll background check everyone. If you don't want us to do that, we don't do that. It's your event. You run it the way that you think you should run it. Here's what we recommend, but if you would want us to do things differently, let us know.
Particular, but I just feel like I've been failed so many times, or lied to so many times.
The most they did was no +1s for the remainder of the events. I did see that.
And I'm always like, you know, it's okay, we'll figure it out. You should have figured it out already. You should have fucking figured it out already. Oh my god. So yeah, that's basically, unless I'm forgetting something, a rundown of everything. But yeah, it's fucking insane. And I mean, I'm not usually the type of person to talk about this stuff, but it's like, well, did I lie about anything? No. Like, what are you're gonna be mad at me for telling like the things that y'all did wrong? And like, okay, so another thought that I had was like, maybe like the reason Twitch said in their thing, like, oh, security immediately got the guy. Maybe like, you know, they hired like shitty security and they like lied to them so they wouldn't like, you know, lose their job or not get paid. Maybe if you guys had like, you know, actual cameras and like good comms, no one would be able to lie or have to lie. Like, why is it better to, or like easier to find out something happened in fucking Among Us than at TwitchCon? Hello? It's fucking insane. But yeah, I just want to tell you guys all that. This is character development. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm so sick of it. Like this was just the final straw for me. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I have been, okay, something else. Sorry, I just keep remembering shit. It's gonna be like this for the rest of the stream. I saw a thing that said I was in their like top 5 or top 10 most followed streamers attending this event. Again, if that happened to me, what the fuck is happening to small creators that we don't even hear about because no one's filming them? Like, they tweet it and like Twitch doesn't feel the need to follow up with them or publicly. It's just, but yeah, I think I covered everything. And
yeah, I mean, let me say thank you for posting the link, DK Mario link. Second, I do want to say 2 things. One, I did a little bit of looking into California's penal code on basically security guards detaining someone. It looks like there is penal code that protects security guards and allows security guards to detain someone if they have reasonable probable cause or a reasonable suspicion that someone has like shoplifted, for example. So they are legally allowed to do that. And also, security guards are also legally allowed to detain you so long as they don't use excessive force. That's illegal. Excessive force is illegal. And that they don't that they have probable cause as well, and that they don't hold you for an extended period of time, and that there is reasonable timing. And as long as you have all of these criteria met, you should be well within the security should be well within its rights to detain you. Because I saw some chatters being like, no, they're literally not allowed to do this. They're literally not allowed to do this. So I went ahead and went through and looked at the penal code, and it seems like it's California's penal code, section 837, that basically talks about how security guards are allowed to do this, that private events can hire security guards, or private people, private people are allowed to hire security. And as long as like the detainment happens shortly after the crime, and they're not held for an excessive amount of time, and there's no excessive force used, it's within their right. What are you on? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm literally just describing the penal code that allows security guards to detain people. You want to look at Vegas? No. I'm talking about I'm talking about California. I'm talking about California because this happened in California. People were saying, well, the security guards literally can't do anything. That's not true. This happened in California. In California, the security guards were allowed to detain him and call the authorities. That's what they should have done. Because they had footage of it, as long as they detained him in a way that wasn't using excessive force, and they detained him immediately, and they didn't detain him for more than necessary, it was well within their rights, seemingly, to detain him, because he literally committed a crime in fucking 4K. If security couldn't do anything, why the fuck would you hire them? I mean, like, as a deterrent, right? The same reason that stores will have, you're on camera and the cameras aren't even plugged in or whatever. Absolutely true, but it's allowed, but they can be sued if it goes too hard. Well, again, that's why I said without using excessive force. If excessive force is used, now you're in dicey territory. So I went ahead and did a little bit of searching, and it seems like security is more than allowed to do that if you committed a crime. Now, if you didn't commit a crime, which that guy did, he assaulted her, but if you didn't commit a crime, and you get detained, then you should absolutely fucking, you know, sue the security or the staff or the company, whoever was hired. But yeah, in this case, this is an instance where the security actually had the right, seemingly, that they had the right to detain this guy, which is what they fucking should have done. That they should have detained him and said, hey, we detained this guy. We have everything obviously on footage. We're sorry this happened to you, Emiru. Like, what would you like us to do? Would you like us to call the authorities? We can call the police now. If we don't call him in like the next like 30 minutes or whatever, we can't really hold him for longer than that. So it's up to you, which is what should have happened.
I've been a streamer on Twitch for 10 years. I attended the very first or maybe the second TwitchCon ever in 2016, 2015. And yeah, like I understand back then it was different, but I feel like I know they say there's security upgrades, but it really feels like there's not. Like another thing that happened, I forgot to mention. So the way that the meet and greet worked is like people line up, they come through, they take a picture, then they're supposed to walk through the back and leave. There were people walking through the back trying to come up to my booth, or like, I mean, not all of them were like malicious intent, obviously. Like some people would leave and be like, oh shit, my picture is bad, I'm gonna go back and ask for another one. And my manager had to be the one to tell them like, oh no, you can't, like keep moving. And there was even like, I think it was fucking Neon, was able to walk through the back of my meet and greet and was like, oh hey, like, can I come say hi? And it's like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, it was just horrible. Like, there was no thought put into it at all. And yeah, I was like, man, it's just fucking...
What I understand is, why doesn't Twitch just ban Neon? Like, literally no one cares. Like, I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to be the one to be harsh and blunt about it. But, like, you can ban that guy. No one will be upset except Neon. Like, Neon's primary audience is people making fun of him. They'll see that he got banned and then they'll just laugh about it. Like, you can just ban him from the event. It's fine. I'm just saying, it's sort of a win-win-win-win-win. If no one gets upset about the action, you can do like, Twitch, you can ban them. If no one's upset about this person getting banned, that you can just do that. You don't have to let them show up. It's kind of like when Dr. Disrespect was banned from TwitchCon because he was like recording in the bathrooms. It's like, just ban him from the fucking event. Hello?
It's just fucking naked and afraid out here. Like, thank God I have my manager and my security and my friends. But like, I just feel so bad for, you know, Twitch creators who wouldn't be able to be in that position. Are you okay though? This is gonna sound fucked up, honestly. I'm so desensitized to stuff like that when it happens, I kind of just go into like lock-in mode. I'm like, okay, I need to just lock in and like get through this, worry about it later. So that's how I was able to finish my meet and greet. Like, my friends were telling me like, bro, if it was me, I would have been crying. You're built different for going back out there. And like I said, I was going back out there and having to apologize to people in my own line, being like, I'm sorry you saw that, I hope you're okay. And then they of course were like, what the fuck, why are you saying that to me? But I felt like I had to because no one else was there.
Sorry, what is this chatter? This chatter must exist just to try and like rage bait me. This must be a rage baiting chatter that's just trying to stun lock me. So I will give you one stun lock chat. Okay, one. That might be one of the shittiest takes I've ever heard. The dude is a creep, no doubt, but you can't ban someone for doing nothing wrong. The fuck is that take? Twitch has rules that they can literally ban you for any reason that they feel like banning you for. What are you talking about? Yes, you can. Sorry, he's talking about Neon. To be clear, chat. This guy is talking about Neon. First of all, just for starters. Just for starters. Second, it's called a joke, dude. Oh my God. The number of people on Twitch that like don't understand comedy at all, even a little bit, that don't understand like that it would be funny if Twitch was just like, yeah, actually, everybody at Twitch hates Neon. I don't know why we keep letting him show up. We're just not going to let him show up anymore because nobody likes it when he's there. We have yet to see one clip of someone being like, oh my God, I get to meet Twitch streamer, kick streamer, Neon. Oh boy. Like, hello? And then second, I'm going to address the elephant in this room. All these conventions do is attract the internet weirdos to prey on innocent women. On innocent women, people, mostly women. They are security. They can't lawfully detain anyone. So like, not only have you been wrong on like 3 or 4 different things in this chat at once, which is already offensive enough, but you did it in the most annoying way. You weren't funny at all. And worst, worst of all is that you're just like a doomer that doesn't leave your fucking house and wants everyone else to suffer like you and be miserable like you. That's why you're like, literally no one has ever experienced joy ever. Why does TwitchCon exist? I don't ever leave my house, so I can't tell you for sure why people go to TwitchCon, but I can tell you TwitchCon shouldn't exist anymore. It's like, I'm sorry that your life just fucking sucks, man. People go to TwitchCon because they have lots of fun experiences at TwitchCon. It just happens to be the case that a lot of weird people also go to TwitchCon. I don't know if you know this, but like weird dudes exist everywhere. Everywhere, actually. I know, it's a crazy concept. It's a crazy concept. But, like, you can literally go to a bar and experience this. We are right. We should ban bars. They only exist so that miserable men can prey on innocent women. It's like, this is the fucking stupidest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. Yeah, let's just make sure nobody ever leaves their house, because terrible people exist. Like, what the fuck is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my goddamn fucking life? Why are you grouping weird and criminal? Oh, because this chatter is saying that conventions... all these conventions do is attract internet weirdos. So I'm breaking down this point and why this point is stupid separately from the guy who's assaulting strangers. Anywho. Also, yeah. All right. I fucking hate people that are just like, they want to suck the joy out of everything forever and always, instead of accurately criticizing the fact that the problem here wasn't that, like, conventions attract internet weirdos. I think I'm just taking personal offense because I'm an internet weirdo, and it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Don't put us all in the fucking same category, okay? Some of us go there because we're excited to meet our favorite creators and we're there to be normal. And the vast majority of people are normal. There's just a couple of fucking freaks that also show up. Like, I'm sorry that you don't understand that. It's tough for you. Internet weirdos aren't all the same. Exactly. All right. But then also, like, the pearl clutching, like, how could you want to ban Neon? That's so messed up. The fuck? All right.
And like I said on Twitter, like, I really wish I didn't have this opinion. Like, I love trying to be like the positive, like, oh, let's get together and have fun, everyone. I really like would discourage other creators from going back to TwitchCon, not just because because it was able to happen at all, and what happened during it, and the aftermath. Like, it's just crazy. Like, why would their PR team say that? Like, you can literally see in the clip that he's allowed.
What do you think the solution is for this? I mean, I already said it. In the moment, what they needed to do was actually have security detain the guy, right? If the assumption is like, they either had to make the entire convention so safe nothing like this happened, or immediately after this happened, they should have detained him and then spoke directly to Emiru before making any public statements. They should have said, they maybe put out one tweet that says, we are currently speaking to Emiru and ensuring her safety. How can Denims want to ban Neon? All he does is go to TwitchCon to harass people. Oh, wait, now I see it. So, like, I think that the correct move would have been detaining him and then speaking to her and trying to remedy the situation to the best that they can. Obviously, the most correct thing would have been to actually have proper security at the meet and greet lines. Like, there's this clip that we saw yesterday, where, like, this is, like, the fact that this happened is so crazy. It's no surprise that people were able to just walk right in. Let me pull it up. No. Where is it? It was a clip from maybe it got taken down. Wait, I think it was this.
Yeah. We'll just scan in, and then we're meeting him. We'll just scan in, and then we're meeting him up front.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did what?
Like, these are people walking into the meet and greet that are in fact friends of S fans, but all they had to do was tell the security, and this guy is not security, this is just Twitch staff, but there should be security as well. Obviously, I don't expect the Twitch staff to jump in here, but there should also be security at the entrance of the meet and greet, like, section that should say, whoa, you say you know S fan? Wait, we have to communicate with the people over at S fan's booth. Sorry, you have to wait here. I'm sorry, we can't let anyone through.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And the crew just, like, let them through.
See, Danny's really good at just being ultra confident about everything, and
We just walked past.
If it isn't green, you aren't allowed in. This is a security lapse. Yeah.
Which one's which?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, there he is.
Where is he? Oh, I see him.
Over there.
S-Fan. S-Fan.
We're with S-Fan's team, so we're just gonna go through this side. Thank you.
Thank you.
S-Fan.
What do you mean all they had to do was tell the random Twitch staff that we're with his team, so we're just gonna go through?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And again, I don't put that on the staff because, like, the staff aren't hired to secure the area. They're, like, wearing the green shirts. They're not wearing security outfits. Those are not security. Those people, that's not their job. Their job, they weren't hired to secure the area. So, like, I'm not trying to put blame on those individuals. Like, if I got hired to scan badges and then I was getting flamed because I wasn't fucking tackling people, I'm like, dog, I was just there. I'm just an usher, okay? I'm just a glorified usher, man. You see my green shirt, my nasty lime green shirt? Why the fuck is it lime? I'm just there to, like, show people how to walk in a line, all right, man? Fuck. I'm sorry. We didn't get security. But there should be security. There should be also security there. There should be the, you know, glorified ushers. And then there should also be security.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Ma'am, this is a McDonald's.
But imagine I do it like 10 seconds later or like 5 and all of a sudden they're like, yo, what are you doing?
S-Fan's gonna hate us.
And then the fact that no one is here to stop them. No one. Bro, what? Basically, the talent did have RFID tags. You aren't allowed past if you don't have access element. It's one thing if the actual talent is with you, but this is wild. Well, that's the other thing, too. It's like, even if you're a Twitch partner, it doesn't necessarily mean that certain Twitch partners are okay with other Twitch partners. Like, I don't personally think that Tectone's ex would be very happy about Tectone being able to walk up to her meet and greet, right? I don't know that she would be particularly enthralled because, well, he has a badge and he's a creator, so it's okay for him to just walk through. You want to okay every person individually, even if some of the creators on your platform are partnered or whatever, and, you know, they're unlikely to do anything. You don't want to test it. You don't want to test the waters. Every single person that's allowed that close to a creator should be okayed and verified by security. Are you defending the Twitch staff's reaction? I know sentences are really hard for you, but just, like, think for 2 seconds. If you're hired just to usher people, your job is not to be security, and it's not within your job's protection to act as security. There's a reason cashiers don't stop people who are shoplifting, and it's because it's not in their job title, it's not in their job requirements to stop people. They are not, they will be personally held liable if they try it. There's, like, really interesting contract law, one of the few things I remember from school, because I actually really liked my law classes that I took, that basically talks about how your job title and your job requirements are very important with regard to the law. That if you're acting outside of your job title and your job requirements, you will personally be held liable. This is the fault. And like the fact that you are this chatter is so fucking stupid that they see me as defending Twitch when I'm literally saying I'm defending the workers. I'm saying fuck you, Twitch, for not having had security there. Because those people shouldn't be expected. They weren't hired as security. They shouldn't be expected to act as security, and they would be held legally liable if they were acting as security. They're also not trained in the skill set. Correct. Besides the fact that they aren't trained there to do that, and they will be held personally liable because it's not in their job requirement or job title. So they're kind of like acting as like vigilantes effectively, and that they can get in trouble. It's very simple. It's like, this is just Twitch's fault for not having security, because security, it would be in their job title that they're allowed to do that. Their job requirements would be like stop any threats, detain any people that are committing any felonies or seem to be attempting to commit something, prevent any unknown characters from approaching a creator or talent or whatever. Like, I'm trying to make sure that we all gear our frustrations at the right people and not at the random staff members. Like, the random staff members wearing green shirts, like, their job is literally to just say, yeah, go for it. Go ahead. There should be security. The random green shirt people, that's not their job. There should be security. It's not their job description. Thank you. Not job title, but, you know, there should be security there because that would be their job. Security's job would be like, whoa. I'm sorry. Do you know these people? Okay. Go for it. Sorry about the confusion. Go for it. Anywho, I didn't even see any security in any of this is the craziest part. I didn't even, like, none of this. Okay, continuing.
To walk away. But yeah, Thank you guys. Appreciate all the support and stuff. It was pretty crazy getting all the messages and stuff last night. And
Sorry, I wanted to read this. First one is impossible. The second isn't a solution, but how to deal with the aftermath. Proper security would require TwitchCon to be more secure than an airport. Even airplanes get hijacked. Let me just say really quickly. This is not like this impossible feat. Obviously, if someone RSVPs and they get like background checked and they get approved and they're still a psychopath, there's nothing Twitch can do. There are limits, of course, 100%. But the idea that Twitch couldn't do anything here is nonsensical because it's very simple. If Emiru is saying that people were able, like, so this is what the meet and greet looks like for anyone who's never been there. It's like an entire zone. And basically there are a bunch of creators that are here and there are like lines for the creators, right? And Emiru was saying that people were getting in from the back. Like there are these like massive curtains and then there's like a little back area. First of all, in no universe should anyone other than security and staff be going from the back. Okay? There should be like authorized points of entrance with like some type of fencing or walling that isn't easy to remove. And there should be one acceptable entry. And there should be like a couple of exits because in case of like a fire or whatever. And all of these exits should be guarded with security so that no one is entering who isn't authorized to enter. And then you want security also here to prevent anyone from entering, to physically block anyone who isn't allowed to enter. Oh, your armband didn't scan? Sorry, you're going to have to wait here. I'm sure that you're friends with him. Yep, I'm sure that you are. Call him and tell him to come here. I'm sorry, it's for people's safety. I know it's inconvenient to you, and I'm sure you are his friends. You guys seem like really great people. He has to come here. I'm sorry. Like, his staff can come and get you. We can't let you through. I'm sorry, we can't let you through. I'm sorry, we still can't let you through. Like, it should be very, like, it's not so, like, again, if you RSVP and you go through the background check and you're not a +1 and you still do this psychopath shit, what can you do? At some point, obviously, there's a limit. At some point, there's not much more that you can do, right? Like, what else can Twitch reasonably do? If you scan everything correctly, you're authorized to be there, you wait in line for the full hour, and then you pull that shit. The only thing that they can do at that point is either have your security that you hired do something, or their security actually be standing near the creators, and then they should have security that actually can immediately remove them from the premise, get their account permanently suspended, get their TwitchCon ticket permanently revoked, and then grabbing these people, detaining them. If they and there should be footage of all of this shit. There should be cameras at every meet and greet. Every single meet and greet should have footage and should be getting recorded. Like, you are the live streaming platform and you don't have this shit being recorded. Okay, it's monitored. We have him on footage committing a crime. Sir, you're gonna have to stay here. Sir, you're gonna have to stay here in this room until we figure out if this person would like to press charges. If they decide not to, you're free to go, but you are not allowed to go into Twitch ever again for the rest of this weekend or permanently, and we're going to escort you from the premise. We have to kick you out from the premise. You will not be allowed re-entry. Your ticket is now revoked. You are permanently banned. Okay, they want to press charges. We're calling the police. No, I'm sorry. You can't leave. It is within our right because we have footage of you assaulting someone. It's within our right. Okay, great. Again, it's not going to be perfect, and you're not ever going to be able to perfectly prevent all types of, like, psychopaths. But the fact that there were so many, cracks in this, like, security detail, the fact that you can just walk in willy-nilly, you can just, like, cut the line willy-nilly, the fact that there were people coming in from the back willy-nilly, the fact that the guy just, like, walked off and, like, left, like, the fact that there were so many different problems, I feel like everyone understands that bad shit just happens sometimes. It doesn't matter how many precautions you take. Shit just happens sometimes. But that's not an excuse for not trying hard enough. You should try as hard as you can. And when shit happens, you're like, we don't know what else we could have done. We're open to hearing ideas. You know, the entire perimeter was secured. We had that guy's full identification. We background checked him. He was approved. His thing scanned through. We detained him after. Let us know if there's anything else that you would like. We apologize for letting this happen, but we don't know what else we could have done here. And that's the thing I think that people are pissed about. It's not that it happened. It's that Twitch had so many errors in their security that they allowed it to happen, and then they didn't do anything to remedy it afterward. It was like a cascade of failure. Exactly. That's the point that I'm making. That there is stuff that they could have done that they didn't do, and then they just, like, put out a statement. They didn't even mention Emiru, and they were like, we're really trying our best. Okay, no more +1s. It's like, dude, whoa, what the fuck? I hope that answers the question a little bit. It wasn't one single failure. There were many deficiencies. Precisely, exactly what I'm trying to say. Thank you. I hope what I said made sense.
Again,